Julian says, "Surprise." Jesse is surprised and asks what all this is about. He replies that it was a little surprise he prepared. She asks if it's for her. He responds yes, all for her, and invites her to sit down. Jesse sits, and Julian also takes a seat at the table. He decides to serve the wine. He wants to toast to their beautiful love story. Jesse is impressed by the whole surprise and asks the reason for the celebration. He asks her to wait a bit, and she'll soon find out. He hands her a present. Jesse is surprised. It's not even her birthday to receive gifts. He knows and asks her to open it. Jesse opens the present but doesn't quite understand what it represents. She asks if Julian is going to move. He says no. Actually, he was thinking about how lucky he is to have such an incredible and smart woman in his life. These keys are to his house. He would be very happy if Jesse accepted to move in with him. Jesse says they've already talked about it and had decided they would only do it when both felt ready. Julian says he's ready, but Jesse says they both need to be. Julian says yes, he's ready to live together with her. He loves her and realizes she's a bit nervous. He knows she's a practical woman who likes to have her own space. He promises to be patient and wait for her to adapt to the new life. He tells her to look better in the bag. There's more in there. Jesse searches until she finds what was missing. She is surprised to find the box. She wasn't expecting this. He is happy with her surprise, thinking it's a good thing. He kneels beside her and asks if she will marry him. Jesse doesn't know what to say. She is very apprehensive. Julian says it's simple, she just has to say yes. Jesse says yes, but her response is not very enthusiastic. Julian was very moved that she accepted. He puts the ring on her finger. He invites her to dance. She can't imagine how happy he is now. But what he can't imagine is that Jesse was not happy at all with the marriage proposal. Jesse is on the phone. She says the agreed time was later, but she'll be there in a few minutes. Julian is in the kitchen. He wants the bride to try one of the best dishes he prepares. Jesse says she's in the middle of an important call and asks him to wait a bit. He says she needs to try. It's his specialty. Jesse is dealing with work stuff, and she's very stressed out. Meanwhile, Julian insists she tries the food he's making. He ends up spilling sauce on her, but says he can easily fix it and grabs a paper towel to clean it. Jesse says no. She can clean herself up, and leaves the groom behind. Jesse is dressed and waiting for them to go out. What's wrong? Julian says new episodes of his favorite series just came out and invites her to watch with him. He talks a bit about how the new episodes are going and how interesting they are. He wants her to watch with him. Jesse is not interested in the episodes, the series, or the groom. He keeps talking about the series, how the story is developing, and offers some of what he's eating, but Jesse refuses. He wants to finish watching the episode. Julian is so focused on the TV that he doesn't even pay attention to what he's eating. Julian comes home. Jesse is waiting for him. She seems nervous. Julian is happy to see that she finally used the keys he gave her. Does that mean she finally agreed to move in with him? Jesse responds no. In fact, they need to talk. He asks her to say whatever she wants. Jesse tries to speak, says she's been thinking about it for a few days, but she wants to be direct. She wants to break up. What do you mean? Julian doesn't understand. Jesse asks him to understand her. She's not ready for all of this. He doesn't understand. She agreed to marry him. How can she say she's not ready? Jesse says that after everything he prepared, the dinner, the gifts, she couldn't say no. He practically pressured her to say yes, and that's why she accepted. Julian asks her to breathe. They need to calm down, especially her. He asks her to calm down, she's not thinking straight, she needs to breathe and think again. All of this will pass. She says no, she's not confused, in fact, she's been thinking about it for some time now. This is the best option. Julian says the best option is for them to get married, but Jesse replies that this option is only good for him. She doesn't know what part he's not understanding. She doesn't want to get married. Julian thought what they had was real. She says it was until he decided to disregard what she thinks and take their relationship to another level without her being prepared for it. She asks him to listen carefully. They're not on the same path, they're not thinking alike, they don't have the same plans, the same ideas, so why continue? She asks him to forgive her, but they can't go on like this. Julian asks her not to make a decision yet, asks her to spend the night with him and only then decide if she wants to break up with him or not. Jesse says she can't. As much as he doesn't believe it, this is very difficult for her. She understands he must be feeling awful now, but he needs to understand that she is too. She knows he will find someone who loves him. Julian says he loves her. Jesse is sorry, but she's not the right woman for him. Maybe in the future, he'll understand. Julian is very hurt by the breakup, he's really sad. Jesse also feels sorry for the situation, but she can't be with someone she doesn't love anymore. Sometimes the heart needs to accept what the mind already knows. Jesse didn't love him anymore, and as much as it hurt to see her leave, he couldn't stop her from going anymore.